going on, guys? I am back, and welcome back to the OST review series, where today on the 4th episode, we're going to be doing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Sonic Colors Ultimate. Many of you know Sonic Colors Ultimate has released since yesterday. Today is currently September 8th of 2021, September 7th the game released. Bro, I was in the shower listening to this. I was sitting here in front of my whole computer listening to the soundtrack. I really had to think deep and think in depth about this one, because one thing I will say right now, you know the early OST review that I did, which y'all went pretty crazy with, you know what I'm saying? The early OST review that I did, my opinions on the Sonic Colors Ultimate OST itself, since I've gotten to hear the entire soundtrack, my opinions have completely changed. I will tell you that right now. Everything has changed. Songs, the 6 songs that it actually showed, and I had quite a bit of opinions to say because all of these songs sounded very, very different. Anyways, that's all I really got to say for the intro today. So if you like the video, make sure to like. If you dislike the video, make sure to dislike, and let's get right into this OST review. Okay, Sonic Colors Ultimate, the real OST. It sounds crazy because I remember thinking like, damn, when is this OST gonna release? You know, I remember recording the early OST review and thinking this is gonna be like 2 weeks since the game comes out. I'm gonna have a lot of time to really just prepare myself for this, and then it kind of felt like boom, the OST just released. Sonic Colors Ultimate. Oh my gosh, this OST is very, very interesting, and it's one of the OSTs. It's actually the first OST review in the series where I have not been completely familiar with it. You know, I did Sonic Colors, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and those, I mean, I've heard those already before. And then Sonic Colors Ultimate, the early OST review was kind of like not as much a full one. This is the first full new OST review. These songs sound very, very, I will say, in some ways empty. Not all of them, but I will say there are songs on here that sound empty, as many people have said. You know what I'm saying? Tropical Resort Act 1, Aquarium Park Act 1 as well. I remember I did say that back in the early OST review video. Aquarium Park Act 1, the beginning, or not even the beginning, but when the song chills out a bit, it kind of felt a bit more empty. That part was kind of underlooked and underwhelming in the Aquarium Park remix that I had heard at that time. I feel pretty much the same way about the Aquarium Park remix as I did before. Tropical Resort Act 1 is also one of the songs in this OST that I believe kind of suffers from this. In some ways, when the song first starts, you know, isn't that like a synthesizer or something? Again, I'm learning. I'm still getting used to this OST reviewing stuff. I'm trying to do my research though, but I think it's more of like a synthesizer at the beginning of the song. Sounds very, very just subtle and sounds very, very quiet kind of in Tropical Resort Act 1. A lot of the chill songs within this OST kind of, or more the chill moments when it comes to some of these songs, have been very subtilized, I guess, to sound much more chill than they already did, and sound less full, sound less complete, with this more modern feel of music. You know, these more modern songs here to kind of like refresh the Sonic Colors OST in this brand new OST. I think they were trying to more compose the songs, make them more relaxed, make them sound more clean for the more modern feel, the more modern sound that they're supposed to represent. So I think they do that well, and actually it kind of makes them sound good in ways. Comparing it to the original OST, it's definitely something where that is not something that I prefer, because there's less energy put into these tracks, less sound in it, you know, and the background instrumentals they're kind of non-existent, you know what I'm saying? Like this OST really could have used some background instrumentals in Tropical Resort Act 1, Aquarium Park around there as well. A lot of these different songs within these worlds really could use some background instrumentals, and that is again my opinion. Now, what I do want to say, however, with my opinion of the soundtrack is that there are definitely some amazing moments in some of the louder tracks. Again, well, here's the thing, right? Starlight Carnival were done probably the best. I think Starlight Carnival was done the best out of all of these stages. The song still had a lot of energy put into it because Sega knew, you know, Sonic Team, whoever was producing these songs specifically, they knew that Starlight Carnival needed to have that energy put into it. You know, songs like the beginning of Tropical Resort Act 1, or like more like the middle areas of Aquarium Park Act 1, very chill, they're very relaxed. What Sega did wrong was they made those chill parts too chill, and they made them feel empty by trying to give them a more modernized feel. However, the loud songs with all the energy placed into them, they make them sound modern and they make them sound great. I really do like the Sweet Mountain. I love the Sweet Mountain remix. Pianos they use in the background, the guitar just puts out a lot of flavor. Missing a couple background instruments, I feel like, in comparison to the last Sweet Mountain acts and the last Sweet Mountain songs, which makes it feel a little bit incomplete. But with the completion that there is in this song, there's so much just love, and there's so much energy with the energetic song. Tropical Resort Act 4, I think it was. I don't know that like it's strong. So that's how I feel about it, and that's my overall general opinion on the Sonic Colors Ultimate OST. Maybe not super complicated, but again, it is my first ever new OST, so hopefully I do well. But anyways, now I'm gonna get into the highlighted pieces, so let's go. So my highlighted pieces for this soundtrack are going to be Tropical Resort Act 4, again I already mentioned, and then Sweet Mountain Act 3, Starlight Carnival Act 2, and Aquarium Park Act 2. What I love about Tropical Resort Act 4 is the fact that there's a lot of energy put into this catchy track right here, and they make it even more upbeat and even more energized with the main instruments. I love that. I love the way that this sounds. It's very, very catchy, even more catchy than before. Stop saying instrumentals. The instruments that they used, it sounds great. This one sounds amazing. I love this one. One of the best tracks out of Sonic Colors and Sonic Colors Ultimate overall. This is a very amazing song. It's good when it sounds more clear. It's good when it sounds more, just the main instrumentals pop out so much in this song, and they sound so upbeat, so happy, so catchy, and so good. That's what I got to say about Tropical Resort Act 4. Nothing too complicated with Sweet Mountain Act 3. The pianos, bro. Listen, here's what I got to say about this song right here. Sega, y'all are not slick. Y'all experimented with this song so much. Y'all did so much with this song, and y'all did it right. Y'all did it amazing. This song, you can tell that they were just having fun with this one. Like, you can just feel the fun energy in this song. The amount of just, like, I don't know, with the pianos just go crazy at some of the parts. They were going crazy on them pianos. And then with the guitar, they were just having fun. They were just having fun using different instrumentals and remaking the original soundtrack in experimental ways that make the song even better than it was before. I love it. It's so groovy, it's so catchy, and it's just like, it's got that fun feeling to it, because they had to be chilling. They had to be having a good time in the studio. I'm just saying, they had to be having a real good time in the studio when they made that one. Starlight Carnival Act 2. Now, let me tell y'all something. Listen, the first time that I heard this song, I was playing music in the shower, and I heard this. I know that's but I was playing and I heard this song right here, and I lost it. This is the best song in the OST in my opinion. I love the build up to this song. The instruments work so perfectly within this song. Again, there was a ton of instruments used in this one. Drums and the synthesizer, I believe. It was just placed so perfectly. I think with Starlight Carnival, what was done so right, new modern instrumentals that they were using to make these songs again sound a lot more modern and sound a lot more clear, sound a lot better. They fit very well with Starlight Carnival just overall, because the song itself, Starlight Carnival, already feels like a very, very modern song. The song holds up very well, even compared to other music. This song, Starlight Carnival, probably holds up some of the best. Goes really well with now this brand new sound that they put into this that sounds a lot more like what modern music sounds like now, not really 2010s type of music. Aquarium Park Act 2. I love this song because I think, you know, with what is it, the drums, whatever makes it kind of in a way sound like a trap beat. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. That's how I'm gonna put it. What I want to say about this one is this one has a really, really new and great catchiness to it. This one's kind of hard for me to explain though. It sounds in a way kind of like a trap beat. Like, it sounds like something you could dance to, and I love that. Very, very, it sounds chill and relaxed, but also catchy and upbeat at the same time. Like, what I really liked about the Planet Wisp, the map theme in some ways is not the same at all, but it's sort of like what emotions pop out when it comes to listening to this song here. It's very catchy, very good. This would be perfect listening like at a water park or something at nighttime. I wish I had more to say about it, but it's hard for me to explain the way that this song really makes me feel. In terms of any disliked pieces, there is no pieces within this soundtrack that I really dislike. I know there are some ways, you know, I said like with Tropical Resort Act 1 or Aquarium Park Act 1, you know, I said that there were some parts that sounded too subtle, there were some parts that sounded too relaxed to the point where it made, you know, the parts of the songs that pop out kind of empty in ways. That did happen, but at the same time, I don't dislike the songs. I love the soundtrack. It has its really good moments. It has its not really bad moments, but not amazing moments. It has its kind of moments where it's not as great as the original soundtrack, but overall, do I think this one is more quality? Do I think this one is better? Yes, overall, I will say that. I overall think this is better than the Sonic Colors OST, and that's the way that I feel. Though the original Sonic Colors OST is much more iconic, much more just overall known and loved, I think that this soundtrack holds up very well, and I think it does what Sonic Colors, the original game, was trying to do at that time. This does it in a modern way, in an amazing way. You know, of course it wasn't going to be perfect, and of course there was going to be a couple of mishaps, but I think they have done very well with what they're trying to do. A lot of experimentation, which is risky, and some people will like it, some people won't, but I respect it. And there are some things that I didn't like, and there are some things that I did like about the experimentation that they did within these songs, you know. Planet Wisp, I didn't really mention too much about Planet Wisp. I really didn't, but Planet Wisp, it's good. I like Planet Wisp as well. Planet Wisp, as I was listening to it, it didn't pop out as much as like other ones like Tropical Resort, how different that was from the original, or Sweet Mountain, how different that was. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the way that I feel. I didn't mention too much of Asteroid Coaster either, but Asteroid Coaster, a lot of these songs, in my opinion, did sound very, very similar. Asteroid Coaster Act 3 kind of specifically sounds very, very similar to the original one. This is the longest video that I've made so far, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And that's all I really got to say. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I thank you for everything. And now we can continue with the OG series. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, thank you for real. Thank you. Peace.